Ripple and XRP are light years ahead of the rest of the crypto industry in one area that most people completely overlook, and in my opinion, it's the single most important factor for mass adoption. The crypto space is filled with thousands of projects. They all have different technology, different communities, and different goals. But what most investors struggle to understand is what actually separates real-world financial infrastructure from pure speculation. And for me, there's one massive advantage Ripple has had from day one: regulatory alignment. Before we even get into today's news, I want to tell you a quick story that really changed how I viewed Ripple as a company. During the SEC lawsuit, a lot of internal documents became public that we would never have seen otherwise. And one of the most eye-opening things was who Ripple was meeting with in its earliest days. Let's put the timeline into perspective. Bitcoin launched in 2009. The XRP ledger followed in 2011. Ripple was founded in 2012. At that time, crypto was tiny. Bitcoin was worth just a few dollars. The entire market was a niche experiment. Regulators weren't paying attention. Traditional finance didn't care. So here's the strange part. By 2012-2013, Ripple was already meeting with the Federal Reserve. Think about how unusual that is. Brand new startup, unproven technology, tiny market size, and yet the most powerful financial institution in the world was already paying attention. That's when I realized Ripple wasn't playing the same game as the rest of crypto. While most projects were chasing retail hype, Ripple was building relationships with regulators, central banks, and financial institutions from the very beginning. Fast forward to today, and that strategy is paying off. Ripple has now secured FCA regulatory approval in the UK, one of the toughest financial jurisdictions in the world. This means Ripple can legally operate with institutions using XRP, RLUSD, and the XRP ledger. On top of that, Ripple is also working toward becoming a national trust bank in the US under the OCC. These aren't small achievements. These are elite regulatory milestones. And this is where Ripple truly separates itself from the rest of the industry. Most crypto projects spent the last decade fighting regulators, avoiding compliance, and hoping the traditional system would collapse. Ripple did the opposite. Instead of trying to change the financial system, Ripple adapted to it. They learned how regulators think. They built products that fit existing rules. They worked inside the system, not against it. That gave them a massive head start. Because here's the reality. No major bank, government, or financial institution is going to move trillions of dollars through a network that isn't fully compliant. And while the rest of the crypto industry is now scrambling to meet those standards, Ripple has already spent over a decade building that foundation. This is why I believe Ripple is in a league of its own. They didn't chase hype. They didn't follow trends. They focused on infrastructure. And now, as institutions finally begin entering the crypto space, Ripple is already positioned to serve them. The regulated future of digital assets isn't a theory anymore. It's happening. And Ripple has been preparing for this moment since 2011. That's why, in my opinion, XRP isn't just another crypto asset. It's part of the financial system's next evolution. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next update.